Hi, I'm Fred, and this is Hard Casual. In this video, I'm going to be showing off my Iron Man build. I used this to solo with just Iron Man, the entire Mega Hive, it's at least that good. Currently, that's sort of the most intimidating activity in the game. I expect there to be harder content like a raid or something coming up, but I'm just going to show off this right now. So, this build revolves around raining down rockets from the sky. Iron Man, if you played with him at all, you'll notice pretty quickly that he is made of paper, and he doesn't do a hell of a lot when he's up close, at least in my opinion. Maybe somebody out there has figured that out. Hard Casual has not. So, this is what I got. We definitely want this circle around us for the support ability. Support ability is his best ability. It buffs his damage. We want him to not be taking any damage while he's doing this. We want him to rain hell uninterrupted, definitely. This it makes the barrier around him reflect incoming attacks. It's not really very good, but the options around it aren't great either. I just picked this one. You can pick whatever you want. That's also true of the assault ability. Assault ability is generally not very good, but making it longer keeps him invulnerable for longer, and while he's using it, he's recharging the intrinsic energy, which is his ammo for his missiles. So we want to be doing that for as long as possible so that we can get back to raining hell with the missiles. Here we have enemies defeated by Unibeam will drop heroic orbs. That's you just want as many heroic orbs all the time. Anytime you have the option to take a heroic orb ability on pretty much any character, it's the clear winner, I think. So Magnum Missile Barrage, you can go with whatever you want on the ultimate heroic ability. Now I see Hulkbuster actually as a panic super. You're low on health, activate Hulkbuster, all your health comes back. That's primarily what it's for, in my opinion. You have a period to run around and do what you want with the armor, but I think this is a great use of it. It's big crowd control. A little unreliable. You could be like looking right at an enemy, and some of the missiles will like just fire right behind you at a different enemy. So not the greatest thing in the world, but it does look super cool. It's really fun, and you can take some lives with it. This just makes it last longer, which depending on your needs in the moment could be very nice. You're welcome to take something else, and it's not an important aspect of this build. For the most part here, what matters is we're going with missiles. The repulsors they feel weak. They're single target. They suck compared to the missiles. Lasers look super cool. I wish they were better. I don't feel like they're very great, and you definitely can't use them from the sky very well. That's for damn sure. So it's all missiles right here, man. Here we have they cost less to use. You want to take that as much as possible because you don't want to run out of missiles very often, and that is an easy pick right there. Takes down Spawner Heroic Orb. Every hero wants to take this from this particular part of their tree. It's just like the clear winner. Free stun damage. Missiles will stun people pretty easily. This reloads your intrinsic energy. You definitely want that because, you want your missiles back when they're running out. So definitely take it. Increases the overcharge state, which increases your missiles. Recharge your heroics. You want to keep your heroics up. Energy shield, not great. People will come around it. They'll shoot from above. They'll shoot from below. It's not as defensive as it probably should be, and it takes up your ammo. But here it takes up less of your ammo if you're going to end up using it, which don't. This is all stuff around the fucking energy pillar. So this you obviously want. You're going to be in the air the whole time, and this will make your damage more while you're in the air. So perfect. That's exactly what we need here. Let's look at the gear. So one thing I want to mention is at Hard Casual, I am not really focusing on these numbers just yet. They are a little bit of a mind fuck. It's hard to wrap your head around. This system is a disaster in my opinion. What the fuck? What is Valor, right? So on Iron Man, you want precision. I know that increases the damage of it. I haven't emphasized that because there are too many damn layers of RNG in this game. So I just leave this one out of consideration. If I happen to get a piece that I like with precision on it, great. If I happen to get the same piece with better precision on it, I'll take it. So far, this build has been working just fine without really giving a shit about this. So here are 2 artifacts that I also haven't leveled up yet because they're not what I want. I would choose 2 artifacts that increase the charge time of the heroic support ability, which again is his best ability. I have not yet found purple artifacts that do that, so I have not leveled them up yet. It's a pain in the ass to get the exact artifact I want. Major artifact is Tactagon. We're going to be doing status damage, so this is going to increase that status damage. Now, theoretically, we could take this. This doesn't currently work. It's not as big of a damage buff. Damage buffs in general are hit or miss as far as actually functioning in this game, kind of like everything else. So we're not taking that one. We're going with this. This is also worth going with. This is worth going with on any character, really. It boosts the amount of heroics charge from the orbs, and that's great. And you can make your own orbs. Currently, I'm taking this because Iron Man is not getting hit very much in this build, so don't worry about that. So, on this piece, top 2 perks are kind of whatever. I don't particularly care about them. Iron Man is not going to be punching, so the gauntlets are not that much of a consideration here. What it does do is give you 25% increased status damage for the weapons. That's pretty big, so I'm pretty happy with that one. This gear right here, so hitting any enemy with a ranged critical attack grants a defense buff, 76%. 76% is pretty high. Nearly all of your ranged attacks, which are all of your attacks, are going to be criticals. So that's going to happen all the damn time because you just have to hit them. Deals plasma damage. Maybe kind of would rather it did PIM damage, but haven't gotten this piece that does PIM damage just yet. We'll get there. But I like these other 2 perks too much to trade it out for the PIM damage stuff that I do have, as you can see from my inventory. And also, if you defeat them with it, you get a damage buff at also a very high chance, so that's great. Here we have, this is a big defensive piece, right? So, taking damage, you have a pretty good chance of getting a defense buff. You heal yourself when you get critically injured, and then you have graviton resistance. I'm generally against elemental resistances on these pieces because you don't know what you're going to get shot with, and just like emphasizing one thing, it's not very reliable. But graviton damage is hard for Iron Man to dodge because they come at you with these huge hitboxes, and it's like a little annoying. So being able to resist graviton damage is actually really good for Iron Man, I think. So here we have 20% increased damage to power attacks. I actually haven't seen that part of this really work, so hopefully they'll get around to fixing that, because then this will be really freaking crazy. You have a chance for a damage buff. That's the second roll on the damage buff by defeating enemies. You defeat an enemy, it rolls once for a damage buff, it rolls again for a damage buff. And it recharges your heroic assault ability. Now, the assault ability, the plasma beam thing, it all recharges really fast, so you'll have it more, which is more reload time. Here, alternatively, you can pick something that makes it easier to get your support ability back, which is also, in my opinion, a great choice. So, let's get at it. I've chosen an Elite Hive, which I think is a good showcase of what you're going to be dealing with in this game, and it's 6 levels over me. So, alright, so rule number 1 with Iron Man is you're going to want to stay in the sky. You don't want to land, you're paper thin, so get yourself out of danger by being in the sky. Alright, it's shot out of the sky. Great. Alright, so, let me get my support ability back here. You can keep that, dude. You can't. Alright, so, I'm going to go on some missiles here. And you can just press triangle and they'll go after your enemies. You don't even have to aim. It's pretty great. And then when you're low on ammo, you just kind of fly around like this. Wow, this is a lot worse than my last run on those. Okay. Let's take these guys down. Alright. Who's doing that? I don't know. Does she hate that? Alright. So, anytime we're dealing with a lot of damage right there, we can just activate the Hulkbuster armor, right? It just healed me up, and now I can kind of So I guess I'm glad I took a lot of damage there. That animation takes way too long, but here we are. Who is it gonna hit? I don't know. I'm right in front of that guy. Hopefully it hits that guy. Alright, we get back to the shoes. Alright, yeah, get back in the sky, start just raining hell on these guys. You're not going to be taking a lot of damage. Almost nobody's going to be actually hitting you. Alright, and you got it back. And now, you can really fucking give them hell. This is a very lazy build. This is not a very dynamic character like Thor or Black Widow where you're going to be doing a lot of different things. You're just going to be same triangle, and sometimes you get to do it with like a shield around you. You don't generally want to touch the ground unless you're doing a takedown, picking up loot, picking up an orb, that kind of thing. That's when you want to do your takedowns. So that's what that looks like. That purple cloud shit around me, that is the defense buff. So I guess block right there. So yeah, you got target tracking on here, which is pretty good. Or bullshit like this.
The enemies have been defeated. Hostiles!
I got one more floor and kind of show how it works.
Remember, we are entering one of AIM's higher tier hive facilities.
Yeah, you just blast your way around these hallways. No reason to lag around. Alright, so let's see how it works in an enclosed space, okay? Defense buff. Looks super badass. Got that cloud around you. Alright, now I'm low. Just this thing. Get back from my intrinsic energy. Pick up that heroic orb. Get right back up. Start raining hell. Hits the whole crowd over here. I have enough defense buff. I'm not taking shit from that guy. Alright, I'm low, so I'm just going to fly around a little bit. Get closer to these guys. Alright, I'm going to have to fly around a little more. But the thing about flying too is you regenerate your ammo quite a lot faster than on the ground, because that's one of the two conditions for regenerating the intrinsic energy. It's a little higher than that, dude. It's too close, right? Okay. Just want to move a little bit. I guess that guy's arm just counted as a defeated enemy, right? Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's get this orb. And let's get back to... that guy, I guess I can do a takedown on him. I'm not gonna, though. Boarded these guys this way. Don't want to focus on him. I can aim at him, obviously. Oh, look, I'm aiming. But yeah, see that defense buff just activates and I'm set, you know. Plasma damage. You got Thor or Hulk or Widow around who's doing, you know, they're doing the cool damage types. You get your battery damage going. It's gonna be pretty good. See, I don't even give a shit about like dodging this guy's attacks. Maybe with Torpedo on, that might end up being a little rough. But Torpedo, the fun thing about Torpedo, it also applies to Iron Man, so he's going to be doing quite a bit more damage on Torpedo as well. And that's the whole thing. It's not even complicated. Nothing's really threatening to you, and you just stay in the air, and you know, you try not to get hit, but who cares if you do, and you just rain fucking hell on these guys.
The enemies have been defeated.